Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Summit 5 American Qualifiers. We're here taking a look at InFamous facing off against Kingdom in a best of 3. Game number 2 that we're in right now. I'm Lyrical Dota, joined today by MotPax. Sir, how are you doing? You hoping to see something a little bit different this time around?
Yeah, I think Kingdom are too, maybe. I would certainly hope so after that last draft. No, I wasn't. I don't think you can blame too much on the draft. Just couldn't quite get the ball rolling from what they wanted. Whenever your mid lane goes that disastrous and kind of crumples your whole team inward, like you have to start putting so much focus there that the cores maybe get a little bit left out. And although they got a lot on Zizzy that game, couldn't really transition it right into a win there. So now I like the opening here a little bit better, but much more aggressive, much earlier. You can be fighting here with the Slider compared to someone like the Slark, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree. It feels like it's a hero that's been hotly contested across pretty much the region, and that's what we ended up seeing. I believe first face banned last time around, if I'm not mistaken, which means that this time around they're going to be taking the Beastmaster out of the pool that Bang played last time around, and that did definitely make a pretty big difference. And I like the response that Pandango is also going for. They're not necessarily banning out the bounty hunter here. They're banning out the heroes that weren't really punishable because of the bounty hunter, and I think that that's a smart tactic. Like they're capable of messing with the bounty hunter if they need to.
Yeah, it looks like having the first pick this time, they're more comfortable going. Like they banned the Slider when they had second pick, so they didn't want to hand that over first off, and they're not. I guess this shows they favor the Slider over the Beastmaster. So
10 seconds remaining.
The Disruptor, and I wonder who they're going to go with combined with that. I like it was the off-lane pickup to go with it, too. Wow, they're not going to go with the Doom. They just go straight for the Bat Rider.
Interesting. That does leave that open now if we did want to see Kingdom go for it themselves. It might be a little bit of a heavy commitment, but they could still go like Slider safe lane with the Doom roaming or something if they wanted to. But instead going to go for the Bat Rider. I guess that is it just because of the dynamic that you can run this mid if you wanted to, that leaves the draft a little bit more open, or do you think it's the sort of being able to get the initiation that you want with him, a little bit of the vision game themselves since they don't have the Beastmaster?
Yeah, it's nice in a couple of those ways, right? You can head into that mid lane, head into the off lane, do whatever you really want. There's a little bit of kind of counterplay in the fact that the Firefly is one of those nice damage over times that can be very difficult for armlet carriers. So you can run into some trouble if you're like trying to get away and toggle your armlet. Not possible. Same thing with the Thunderstrike too. And the Static Storm is the big one. If you're starting to get bursted down, you got no hope living once that thing gets on top of you. So going right into the Oracle, then that's something I've seen Pandango just do like fantastic on. Very good Oracle player. He makes the moves.
He does. I always feel like if you're capable of running this in the proper position, it's so freaking good if you're, have a really adept Oracle player. And one of the best things about it, too, particularly given this matchup, is if it is going to be a Bat Rider running the mid lane, you could have the Oracle that helps out by just jumping in and purging off those napalm stacks every now and then. Like, Oracle is still probably going to be stuck to that safe lane up there, but either way, it's a good answer. So wherever he happens to be, whether it's in the safe lane, or whether it's in the mid lane or the off lane for that Bat Rider, Oracle is something that he's going to have to keep in mind. And also the other nice thing is they've already got a Slarder there who helps out with taking Roche. Fate's Edict is pretty good at being able to make that happen as well. It doesn't give the bonus damage anymore, but it does mean that he's at least not going to be bashing you.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so comboing up with that, everything else is still pretty open, right? Like the Oracle, the whole like counter bat thing, so you're not really giving away that like there's some other big strategy or anything behind the hero. It does pretty well with the Slider, and that's basically your safe lane, one would assume, unless they end up with that off-lane Slider that we do still see from time to time. But the mid, the off-lane, the other second support, still all there. I like the fact that Lion's still in the pool. If InFamous are just looking to go maybe a little bit more standard this time, if they feel like they would like to get aggressive into that dire side jungle, but judging from the last game, I mean, they just wound up with a Spectre and a Tinker. They were very comfortable just saying, we can be greedy. Like, we're totally fine with just hanging out on our side of the map. You guys can come try and contest us. We're going to get as much as we can out of this and then just stomp you in the lanes at the same time. So maybe there's not too much concern of actually actively getting into the jungle.
I would agree. And we'll see how they want to play it, too, because it was very much the style of that game that it felt like Kingdom were forced into playing a little bit more of a defensive type of draft, and then you had InFamous that were able to be the aggressors with that lineup that you wouldn't normally expect. And because of that, you're going to see the ban out now of the Spectre. It was really well played last time around by Greedy. And now also the Dragonite and the Sven going to be banned out. Huh. That's a little bit interesting to me. I guess that when you've got the lineup where you've already got a tanky or the Slarder there who's good at being able to deal with them, like if they picked it themselves, then you don't have a great answer to either the Dragonite or the Sven, and InFamous might run into damage concerns.
Yeah, Oracle also very good with both of those heroes, like the Sven or the Dragonite, and they would sync up really well with the same timings from Slardar. So you just suddenly might end up with this big power spike for the Dire side, and they're just going to run at you, and you won't feel like you have the levels or the farm to actually deal with it. And wow, we're still going to end up kind of heading that way with that Lifestealer pick too. So heading in towards the off-lane Slardar at this point, and then the pocket pickup from InFamous though. I like this.
Is it just the survivability in the lane, or is it that you like that he's... I mean, it's just a great hero in general, I guess, too, is the other part of it.
They committing to the Oracle, like Oracle does nothing against Puck, so it's kind of sick, right? If there's a support that has no stun, realistically that it impacts a Puck, you're pretty happy about picking up the hero. If they ended up with like a 4-roll Lion, maybe that could be kind of handy, but I'm picturing them just going back for the Doom, honestly.
Yeah. On the side of InFamous, you're saying, do you think that would be the way to go? Or
I think for the Dire, just might as well. It's still so good. I know they really like running it, but if they're not feeling comfortable with it, then it's also understandable after last game.
I wouldn't mind seeing on InFamous either. Instead, they're going to go for Dazzle, so a 4-position Disruptor who might... I don't know about that.
I think they're worried about the early aggression.
I wonder if they go back for like a Huskar here. I mean, they don't have Katarayama, but they could still take it if they wanted to. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if they wanted to go for that. I mean, InFamous as a whole knows how to play against it. Instead, we're going to be seeing Kingdom take the Bounty Hunter this time. Okay, all right, very interesting. Well, it worked for InFamous.
Yeah, it'll be putting that same harass into the mid on the Puck. Once again, supposedly a hero that's pretty survivable and doesn't die too often to the Puck, or the Bounty Hunter +1, but last game we certainly saw that it can definitely go the other way. I would be a little bit concerned about the Invoker, or the Huskar, just in case. I mean, you have the minus armor, and you have a Lifestealer who could just use Rage and like run at him anyway, but
yeah,
you never really know just how devastating it's going to be.
Well, the other thing that I'm now looking at as well is that it's a situation, I feel like, where you have the Bounty Hunter who can be really great at roaming around in those lanes and making stuff happen, but there's a chance that the Huskar could really punish the Slardar in that off lane there. If they're capable of just glimpsing him back at any point in time, that could be a really quick and easy kill, particularly because his main mechanic for being able to escape actually ends up increasing the amount of damage that Burning Spears would do. So a lot of things to be a little bit worried about, and I'm not sure if there's anything else that they need to really fret. It's two pretty defensive supports again coming out from InFamous with both the Dazzle and the Disruptor.
And then as well with like the Batrider and the Puck, they share a lot of the same attributes, like decent damage, heavier burst from the Puck, but more stable control from the Batrider. But in general, they're a little bit split between both damage and control, and so they're lacking overall in damage. I think you would say in terms of the InFamous draft. So whatever core this is, I don't know if you can really go for one of those like Dazzle +1s where you see like the Wolf combo in lane with Lycan or Naga and things along that. It kind of seems like it has to be something bigger than like that, like maybe even that Huskar.
They could go. I wouldn't mind seeing a Naga. That'd be. I mean, it would probably be devastating as far as our ability to commentate a game, just because of how those drafts tend to go. But it seems like it could be kind of cool.
They're definitely trying to match like the speed of the Dire side right now, because you have a Puck and a Batrider. Like this is really early, so I do like that in the Juggernaut. It's just like this isn't like okay, we're gonna take your little bit of early aggression that we were thinking about here and we're just going to hang back and then suddenly come back with full force. It's not like that this game, that's for sure. Like a Batrider and a Puck, whatever core this is, I think wants to get active, like maybe even like a Gyro. Oh, nice Lena. That's pretty sick.
Oh my god.
That's good, in case they do go for it. Because whatever core this is, they are going to be a lot of the damage. If not, like I would say probably almost 50% of the entire team's damage should come from this one position one. So someone like Lena can be very good trying to shut that down.
We'll see if what it is that they're going to go for. I wouldn't mind seeing maybe I've seen PA be picked occasionally. Huskar again is one of the obvious ones that they could go for. It's kind of difficult to go against the Lifestealer, I feel like, in some ways, particularly because of that rage. It's not the best Huskar game in the world. What else is there that's really just sort of one of those high damage type of heroes?
There's kind of a lone druid. I know they play it. They could run it safe lane, but I don't know if that would be enough. Like, you could kind of think that if you got an early Radiance, that would be enough to like push early enough on to go. Oh, the Drow? Yeah, no, that's definitely a possibility. You don't have the nice Venge aura, but you're still all... Yeah, that would help mega boost their damage, actually. Could be the pick here. Kind of surprised it's not even banned out, frankly. Should have
With
been
like
on
a bounty hunter, that might be a little bit different. But they're going to go for the Huskar.
Too infamous. Well done, well done. Nice. I mean, we talked about it so many times lately. We're like, infants. We all know Unknown, and they're Huskar. Haha, those were the days. And here we are.
Yeah, well...
Oh, player disconnected. I just heard my announcer say, is that are they done? They left? Saw the Huskar. They're like, all right.
We don't want to play in this world anymore. Yeah, we'll see. The other thing about this, too, that's a little bit scary for me is even though you do have the potential to save somebody with Dazzle, Fate's Edict is actually amazing this game against Huskar, either using it aggressively on him where he's disarmed or using it defensively on one of your other heroes. Like, you can purge it off with his leap, but if you're capable of getting that off, then all of a sudden the huge damage that you need from this hero isn't really going to be there.
Yeah, they might have been anticipating this a little bit too, even though they had the ban, right? Like, going for something with all this max pure damage, they must have had Huskar in their minds.
Yeah.
With the Laguna Blade, of course.
Well, we're going to see how this ends up working as Nushum is going to come down and place the early Observer Ward. I imagine that this is just going to be up on that hill where everybody loves to put that one down. And, well, actually, he's going to head off the other direction. Yep, nope, it's there. That's the spot. It's tough, though. You can never really necessarily just, like, drop a Sentry Ward right off the bat, but I feel like at some point in time that's going to end up happening.
Yeah, this bounty's starting with no sentries. So one thing, I don't know if he has any... Oh, okay, there's 2 on Pandago, so shouldn't be too much of a concern in terms of the mid lane. Let's make sure they have no control, but they spot this coming in. Bang's looking to see if a rotation comes through.
Yeah, he is going to get spotted, so has to back out. I think the reason for that is because what you want to be able to do as the bounty hunter is start off with a Clarity, Orb of Venom, Tangos, and then a Sentry Ward. But if you go that route, then you don't actually have enough money left over for sentries, so you need somebody else to get it for you, because otherwise you'd have to sacrifice like your Clarity or your Orb of Venom or your Tango.
Wow, that is a really unique ward up there.
Huh. Is that... spotted? No, I don't think so.
No, he went. Zizzy spotted him here when he had the ward, and then of course they have this ward here, so they know he didn't come back or anything like ditch the ward or go place over by there.
They got it.
Yeah. Oh, they knew it had to be in this circle here.
Yeah.
That's what they thought, I think. So perfectly placed sentry there. This ward doing all the work as well as Zizzy scouting the position of the observer. So
yeah. Well, I wonder if that sort of signals that there's some shenanigans going on. We'll see how this ends up going. I believe that we actually had a player switch too. Greedy was the one that had taken Huskar at the very start, but now it's going to be Kenji that's playing it instead, the Huskar. Kind of an interesting one. I'm curious what his build is going to end up being, as we end up seeing Bang take a lot of damage up in the top lane. It has to Fairy Fire away, but I think that he might be dead, possibly. No, he's going to survive. But man, that's a lot of regen already burned through.
I'm going to go on a wild guess and say that he gets Armlet before he even gets Brown Boots.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. That's one of the ways that they play
the
it.
old Peru. Especially because he's not going to be contested in the slightest. That's stupid.
Getting away very, very low. Oh my god, Oracle won't shut up. Well, Greedy in the mid lane here is also... He's playing the puck. What we saw last time around, did you think that was an aberration? Just the sort of weirdness of Puck dying quickly to Tinker? Like, what do you think about this matchup of the Lina versus the Puck?
You can dodge both spells this time, which is pretty huge, I'd say. Oh, that Sentry, I think, got spotted? Or did he tango? Oh, yeah, he tangled one. Never mind. Okay. So it definitely gets spotted, obviously. But you can dodge LSA and Dragon Slave, so much better here this time. Just has to be cautious about getting caught out, but Should go better than the last game, I would hope. It's pretty hard to go worse than the last puck lane that we saw.
It was a really rough one indeed. Meanwhile, this does mean that Jenkins is going to be Iron Talon jungling, and feels like they don't really want to try and go into the off lane at all nowadays. It's such a weird thing. Oh, this is actually going to pull. A little bit unfortunate. So this is going to give some experience back towards the way of Bang on this Batrider as we end up seeing the haste rune coming in. Nusham's going to try and mess with Greedy. This could be a little bit of a problem. They get the slow, and he's going to have to be forced to orb away for the moment. Bounty Hunter, oh my god.
After that career.
He's doing it. This might be a little bit too deep, but if he can get there... All right, yeah. They are going to...
See if he dives it. See if Nusham knows. Nusham God? Oh, Nusham God! Nusham God! Oh, get it!
He's looking, tries to get it. No! Oh, the puck gets the kill, apparently. Oh, wow. All right. Well, that was a thing. Wait, it says no gold change. Did he get that or no? Greedy's going to jump on it. Doesn't have a silence, but is going to be able to bring down 747 very low. Oh.
It's a fight recap bug. Because
Okay.
his bottle's coming out on the courier now.
Yeah.
Oh, that is just glorious. That's some good stuff right there.
Well, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, Kenji is building on up and is going to be going into that armlet before Brown Boots. I really do enjoy that build, and I think that it allows them to take this tower much more quickly than you would otherwise be able to. Nusham is going to look for another courier snipe, but it's flying at this point, so no such luck as they're not going to be able to get it. Might be able to get it on the backside, but I don't know. It's not happening.
He's developing a serious vendetta for that thing right now. Ooh, I like this. He's going to get a lot of experience here from the stack. Oh, glorious. What level is he? 2.5. Give me that EXP. Nusham is just like so psyched right now. If he gets low enough too, there's the potential.
Oh god, he might be looking for it. If he gets level 3 right here, he's going to actually have that and is going to... Oh, which do you go for? He ends up going for the courier. No! Oh god, he's not going to get it. The bottle... Do they realize? Are they bringing it back? Okay.
He had to go for that. With the bottle on it, that's worth. But not enough, man. Flying couriers.
That's really frustrating. That would have been great. Well, Kenji does have that armlet stuff going on. Slarter ends up denying himself to the neutrals, which was just to get back to base a little bit more quickly. I'm assuming he's down to basically 0 gold. Nusham is hanging out again, looking to see if he can get the courier snipe. It's going to be heading off the other direction with the armlet recipe, so I don't think that they are, in fact, going to be able to find it as of yet. But this is going to be a tier 1 tower down at 4.5 minutes. Mid lane, Greedy gets jumped on. They do have the shuriken if they want to use it, but don't end up dropping it as of yet. Oh, thinking about it. They're going to dive. Oh my god.
They can just punish him so hard with right clicks because he doesn't want a phase shift or he's going to get dragon slaved and shuriken at the same time.
Ooh, nice deny.
Nice. Wow, that is sick. Jenkins Dota.
Some good stuff. Batrider again is going to try and farm. Oh, the Tranquils! Oh, does he get him? Nope. Okay, they didn't spot him. He realizes what's going on and is going to back out now. And they're actually just going to go in. This is something that I've seen a couple of times, is InFamous at like level 6 just start grouping up and pushing towers, and like they don't stop because they've been able to get the levels up on these heroes, and I think that they can just keep this going here.
Yeah, why would you... I mean, you drafted a Dazzle and a Disruptor, so you've gone for this 2 support strat, which isn't the most common thing these days, right? We're so used to these greedy heroes. And what can you do? Like, yeah, I only have an armlet, I don't have boots, but he's not moving anywhere unless he's jumping on your face. Like, he's got 2 guys backing him up, his 2 purple bouncers, I guess. They're kind of freaky looking. I wouldn't mess with them. Dazzle's got 2 sets of teeth, and makeup on. Scary guy.
He is. Rafiki, indeed. Pandango is going to be able to scout him out now and does have to pop the grave on himself. Is fine for the moment-ish, maybe, possibly. Is he going to survive this? They actually are able to kill him off now, but might have overextended slightly. Pandango might be the one that goes down, but there's going to be the Fate's Edict, taking away his ability to right-click. He does finally turn back around. Armlet toggling, turns on Anusham, not going to be able to find the kill, but there's Pandango. Zizzy, meanwhile, is going to try and bring him down. Fairy Fire popped. Nusham ends up dropping himself, and it does look like they're going to at least be able to find 2. Matthew trying to run away. Get out of there, buddy. Zizzy is going to get glimpsed back, but isn't going to be able to get into range, unfortunately, for Kenji. So 3 dead.
6 now.
They
And
lost the
want more.
Lina, too. Oh, my God. He's going to have to armlet toggle away from this one.
Bang's just gonna hop on Zizzy though. If they,
Oh, God.
nah, he's still got rage back up. He's low on mana though.
I mean, Bat Rider's only level 4 is the problem. Like, this is the issue with this draft, is that they literally don't have the ability to use those big abilities as of yet. In the meantime, Greedy found a kill on the lean in the mid lane with Dream Coil used. So, all going the way at the start right here of InFamous.
Bang's playing a little bit risky with his tranquils there.
There's the jump forward onto Zizzy. He has the armlet toggle again, and he's just going to go for this one. Dropping fairly low, but not dead as of yet. They had the purge for the moment, and Huskar not going to be able to catch up to Zizzy, but this still should be a dead Pandango if they're capable of finding him, and are going to go for the dive under the tower. There's also going to be Purifying Flames. There's the jump forward. They don't have enough to kill off Bang. He survives.
Oh, jeez. This looks familiar. Some Huskar Dota. All right. Looking for the big plays from Nusham. Give me one. There we go. That's nice. That's nice. Solo kill. All right.
Good stuff.
I see you, Nusham. Not a courier. Much easier target in the Bat Rider. Bottom lane, Jenkins getting space. He's level 7. Okay, he's getting into the Blink Dagger. He'll be able to hop on top of that Huskar. And we did see the effect of Rage, right? Versus the Huskar. You can see he basically does like no damage in comparison to everyone else on the squad. But, oh, Zizzy, he can't get the HP back. He needs a good creep. The catapult. Use the catapult, Zizzy.
Oh, it's scary. Nope.
Oh, I can't get to it.
Oh, that really hurts. Meanwhile, mid lane, Nusham is still trying to find any type of cleanup kill they can get. This is the scary part about this draft, though, is like if they come in at the wrong time, he can probably just kill off Kenji in between armlet toggles. So he's got to be really careful. They might need to even think about investing in some sentry wards relatively shortly, as the tier 1 tower is going to end up dropping. They have on the back line Matthew trying to run away. Does not want to get caught out there, and
Tried to go for the deny. Oh, look, like he's waiting for this. He's like, just drop that armlet. So help me. I will get you. That's Jenkins' job this game, man. That Slithering Crush, the physical damage.
yeah.
He needs to be like just lurking on these fights and go for the god play.
Well, Slardar level 7, he is going to TP away. They end up... He has to cancel his TP, actually, as Bang was chasing him down. So he's not going to be with his team right now. So what's the play? Like, do you just go mid at this point? Huskar's, you know, up to, at this point, 5,000 net worth. He's got his Mask of Madness. He's in a great position.
Have you ever been in one of those games where the enemy team picks a lineup and they just level 1 Roche and you screw up and you didn't notice and they 5-man down mid altogether with like a bad and a dazzle and all that stuff? That's happened to you before, right?
The Nature's Prophet, the
Yeah, exactly.
Avenge, Luna. Yeah, it's
kind of like what this is right now with a Dazzle, Disruptor, and a Huskar. So I think they're doing the right thing, because in order to beat that draft, you need one person who's just farming, and they're like, look, guys, it's going to suck for a while. Just try and hold them back. I need to get some items up, and then we're going to try and turn this around. And both Susie and Jenkins have been doing that. Like, they haven't been really engaging in these fights. Everyone else is taking the brunt of the damage. Nusham's trying to track them around the map and everything, and they're doing fairly well. Like, in terms of the top 5 net worth right now, 3 of them are on the dire side.
Yeah.
So, once this Blink Dagger's up, they need to make some serious plays with, like, Blink, Crush, into the Laguna Blade. But until then, I think they do to play it pretty patient.
Well, we're going to see if they're going to be able to do it. The Centaur Conqueror is marking his territory as the Tier 1 tower is going to start to drop. This is a very scary moment indeed. Nusham, keeping eyes on things. Again, the catch-up gold that can come from this would be pretty significant if they're able to find it. And they do get the little slow onto the Centaur and going to continue the charge. Oh my god, Greedy has a Veil too. Jeez.
Yeah, I like that build here just because the extra farm that you can get up to the Blink Dagger, it seems to be the standard. Pandago.
Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. Does go for the Fate Edict. He's going to be able to stay alive. I think he's good now. Zizzy actually might be the one that goes down if he's not careful. Or rather, excuse me, Bang might be the one that goes down with Zizzy coming in.
Yeah, they have Lasso, and that's all they have to actually cancel the act of, like, Magic Immune TP, so... Anyway, well, I guess it's damage, so...
I love this, too. They get the Helm of the Dominator, so that way... Oh, Jenkins coming in, though. They're going to be able to jump onto them. A lot of damage coming out as the Veil's already been popped. Kenji needs to finish off Roshan. He does. He has the Aegis now, and he's going to start to go a little bit ham. Nusham drops down one time, looking for another. Going to catch onto Jenkins. He dies, and now going to try and turn on a 747. He ends up going down as well. Oh, it was so close. Oh, my goodness. Great plays all around, though, and they're capable of taking it. Really, really well done there by InFamous.
Alright, everything according to plan. This is what you expect, right? Try and get that early armlet or the early Aegis. This is just like those draft strats too. You just get that right on top of her, but they just weren't quite farmed enough to actually do anything about it from the side of Kingdom Dota. Now they're in big trouble.
I mean, you think about it too. You've got this Huskar who went the Helm of the Dominator to take over the Centaur, so that way it could tank Roche for him. Like, just everything coming together. This is a draft that they've put together and probably have run more than a few times.
Yeah, such a classic for these guys. The old Huskar Dota. Well, yeah, they're starting to get into more of this physical damage. They have the Blink Dagger. They have the early Blight Stone here on Zizzy. Maybe that'll be enough for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's too bad you didn't actually get magic immunity with that magic damage. You know, like be stunned out of your TPs or whatever from Pandago. But life's hard. You know, at least if he like gets Flame Break, he can just use it and get himself away.
Yeah, that's probably the best part about it. And
won't die to Firefly and the DOT. But they're coming in now with the Blink.
Yeah, that's a
nice
catch. I mean, 747, he doesn't stand a chance at this stage. Like, if you get caught by this draft, it's sort of the same type of thing that you're talking about. You essentially just end up going down almost instantaneously. But Track is online, and again, this is a pretty nice little pot of gold that they've built up for themselves, but that's going to start going back the other direction unless InFamous are capable of continuing this push. And High Ground is still going to be that ultimate test. We'll see if they're going to be able to make it work for themselves or not.
Yeah, it's true. We've talked about how this is a very early game-oriented lineup. They only have, like, the Puck, the Bat Rider, all the damages the Huskar, and you could just see this totally collapse and fall in upon itself. If they do manage to kill that Huskar, and then mind you, it's got to be twice right now because he's got the Aegis, but it can be done, maybe, I think. Oh, Drums Lena. Yo, the speed.
Eyes on him. Jump onto Excel. Dazzles down. That's a good way to start it. They are end up throwing out that Laguna Blade as well. Bang's still alive. Zizzy is going to be controlled for the moment. He's trying to TP away. Is going to end up being able to get out of there. And Matthew is so low. They end up being able to find the kill. Really huge. Pandango ends up actually being able to survive for the moment. He's going to be able to walk away from this one. But I think he's still dead, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
on the other side, there's going to be the catch. Is going to be able to do a lot of damage to Nusham. He goes down. That is going to be a catch, though, on the Puck as well. Oh, man.
They're going back in.
Looking for him. Blink is available. If they want to go, they can jump. That's going to be the catch. Crush. Kenji possibly down. Is he going to die? They end up being able to only kill him once because guess what? Aegis is still there. But that's at least the Aegis. That's a good start.
They don't know how close the Dazzle is. Turns out he TV bottom. So I guess they see him down there now. They might. Yeah, they're going to go because they know the Dazzle's not there.
My God, he denies the rune, and Kenji turning trying to fight, but he's controlled. Flame break away, ends up being able to walk away. Armlet toggle. Oh, Kenji, what a guy. He's going to turn around and just hit on his Zizzy for the moment. There's going to be the glimpse back, and he do not quite get the kinetic field, unfortunately, but the jump from afar, turning and trying to fight. Zizzy dropping low, not dead as of yet, getting the increased movement speed. Armlet toggles away himself, and they are going to be able to survive through that one. Oh, Bang is going to jump on a Nusham. They get the Dream Coil, but there's also going to be the Fate's Edict keeping him alive for the moment. Also the Shuriken bouncing around. Nusham trying to run away. The jump from Kenji is going to pull him back into the fray, and he goes down. Pandango also going to drop from the side of Kingdom Dota, possibly. Yeah, he does end up falling there. Another one for Kenji. Just rack him on up. Oh, a nice crush, though. Matthew, still alive? Oh, God, he also has a Static Storm if he wants to drop it, and it looks like on the other side, Kenji finds another. Triple for him. He might be going for a Rampage. Can they pull him back in? That's going to end up being at least Jenkins going down. Oh, my God. And just like that, the fight that never ends up turning back around the way of InFamous. This might be a tier 3.
Yeah. Ah, man, they were so close. Like, they got the Aegis, and then the Dazzle shows bottom. I can't blame them for trying to go for that. Because I see the Dazzle, like, what? How did he not come back mid? We're chasing your Huskar right now, so I totally understand going. And they were so close. I mean, like, one right click away.
Oh, Static Storm down. They're not going to be able to save Zizzy if he steps too far forward. Is just going to jump in. Armlet toggles again. There's the silence. Kenji, not at all afraid, also gets shallow graved and isn't going to end up going down there. It looks like that's going to be another one as Lifestealer drops. They take down the melee barracks at 16 minutes into this game. 11k net worth Huskar. Get over here at 747. We want to party. A nice crush to try and turn it around. Kenji still alive. Dives even deeper. In on 747. They try and kill him with the Laguna Blade, and he finally falls. falls. Guess what? That was 1,100 gold going the way of the Oracle, but now another one. He gets another kill. Pandango with the double. 1,500 gold throughout the course of those ones. And might be able to kill off Greedy as well. Got eyes on him. Why not? My God, Pandango is rich. He has 3,000 gold.
Middle barracks are
Oh, what do you even buy? Like, I guess you buy Glimmer is like the only item I can think. All right,
He's
get
got
a
a
mech.
mech.
Wait, they just bought mech. No, they both bought. Okay, Pandango sold his. Okay. Whew. Oh my God, that would have been so terrifying. All right, he'll go with the Force Staff. Oh God. Okay.
Well,
Alright,
no,
so
he sold
sell
it.
that
He
too?
sold the Force Staff. He doesn't know what he
It's
wants.
Glimmer.
He's never had this much money before in his life.
Because
He's
you're gonna reduce the
he's going Aether.
burning spears. Oh, okay.
Oh, Crush.
Standard Oracle item.
There's the glimpse back. They're going to be able to hold him here. Don't have Lasso again for a little while, but the Flame Break comes through, and 747 looking for the catch. Can he kill? Dazzle's there as well now. And it looks like they want to try and fight this one. There's going to be the orb forward. They catch on to 747. He might be the one that falls, and they've actually popped out. Zizzy trying to chase down Matthew. There's going to be the Shallow Grave, keeping him alive. Where is this Huskar? He's on the other side of the map. Actually aren't going to be able to get him.
Yeah, they're gonna see you in a moment. Yeah, they see the Huskar now. I don't know if that means we want to go back in, but I think they're too far gone at this point.
My goodness. And now this is the build. Again, Brown Boots Huskar with Armlet, Heaven's Halberd, Helm of the Dominator, and 2,000 gold to boot. So literally, against the Lifestealer, he's got Evasion he has to deal with now. All of these things are going to come together. They've got to just throw everything at him.
He's gonna be so unkillable with his Satanic. Like, it's gonna be so hard for them to bring him down. It's gonna be that perfect synchronization and like chain of events for them. Oh, here's a smoke play coming in now. Jenkins, he needs to make the big play. I think the Dazzle, they gotta find him. Look where they are. It's such great positioning.
They jump. They're going to be able to catch on Jenkins. He is freaking dead, but they're going to try and go in a little bit further. Kenji has had enough. They're going to be able to kill off two right off the bat. Excel barely alive. He ends up being dropped down by Zizzy and now doing a bit more damage. Can they burst through him? He's doing a lot, but not quite enough. Burning Spears are going to maybe be able to kill him off. Oh, the last second Oracle heal is going to be able to keep Zizzy alive. The three-person Dream Glow. Silence as well. 747 alive, but barely, and he ends up dropping in the end. Zizzy is going to get jumped on again by Kenji. Killing spree, double kill. He just never stops. 5 heroes dead and 19 minutes. This could potentially be GG for Kingdom.
I'm thinking so. I mean, you don't want to give it up maybe quite yet, just because it's one hero. Like, if we can just get it, I can understand. Like, you're only down 1 Rax,
has fallen.
and you're gonna be back up soon because it's only 19 minutes in, so the respawn timers are still pretty low. We'll see if they can save one more set.
This is definitely the most frustrating way to potentially lose a game if they're not capable of bringing it back. Oh, man. And there's the track onto Bang. But again, Tier 3 tower going down in the bottom lane. How do they deal with these creeps? They're going to start swarming their base. Kenji doesn't even start hitting the barracks. He's hitting the buildings. Ziggurats are going down. Oh, looking for the crush. There's inside of Jenkins. A life stealer catches onto 2. Might be able to bring it down. That's going to be no more Dazzle. Kingdom ends up falling. And I think that this might be enough here as Nusham is going to take a good bit of damage, but not enough to finish him off as of yet. Batrider controlled. Jenkins is still alive here, and Kenji is trying to jump in on these guys. There's going to be Zizzy. They also have the Light Strike Array. They are also going to be able to disarm him. Suddenly, a lot of damage going back the other way. Phase shifts away from that Laguna Blade, and now Kenji's pissed. He's going to hit onto Fandango. Are you kidding me? They need to kill him off. He still has Satanic and a Hyperstone. I mean, oh god. Huskar kills off the Slardar, jumps from afar. 747. Say it ain't so. Oh no. And now he's gonna drop as well. 1. Can he find another? Trying to run away, but slowly gonna burn down.
It's so close. Oh, he gets the bottle. He gets the rune. Bottle. He lives.
Oh, Lena. That was really close to death. But is it gonna be enough? I mean, she had to buy back for that fight. And now they've got exposed racks on the bottom lane. Kenji. He's going back for an AC next, I'm sure. Oh my god, what a monster.
Can they kill him? Is it possible?
I mean, they're doing everything that they can. They've got Guardians up on Nusham now at this point. You've got Zizzy, who's even just going for the Blightstone. He has to go back for his minus armor if at all possible. Oh god, but now it's Roshan time, and This could potentially be their swan song. I think that they realize what's happening, though, and they're going to try... Oh, no, it's just they're going to farm Jenkins.
Oh,
All right, maybe.
Come on. No, they're going in. They got this.
All right, well, the plays are there if they can possibly make it happen.
Like, there's no way they can kill him twice. They can't even kill him once lately.
Oh, God, Kenji found Jenkins. The jump forward, the glimpse back, the catch, the crush is there, but is it enough? They control Zizzy as well, and now he's going to get brought down. Static Storm onto that Life Stealer. Double kill for the Huskar, and he's going to go back to finish off Roshan. 45 seconds on the sidelines. And Objective Gaming. This might
that
be...
was, like, so questionable. Like, why are you bringing down your infested Life Stealer to, like, oh, I think they're Roshan guys, and then there's, like, Alina up top with an Oracle. I mean, there's just no point even going if you're not all there, right? You're just going to feed away kills.
It's really a problem. I mean, I think that they maybe, again, taken aback by the aggressiveness with which we've seen InFamous approach this game. We talked again about the Bounty Hunter and the ways to punish it. You see them do it this game with InFamous. They just keep pushing and never stop. And sure, you're going to be able to get some gold on the backside of it, but does it even matter if you've lost 2 lanes of barracks at 22 minutes?
He's killing all the little buildings. Like, he's focusing. He's like, I need more GPM for the scoreboard. we got this, boys. I need it as high as possible. Where are the rest of these effigies at, you know?
Oh, he's standing on their effigies. What a guy.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah,
Oh, mark his territory, why don't you? They are going to kill off the Dazzle and try to do something else. Disarm onto Kenji, and 747 hits the Light Strike Array. That's going to be the pause game. Bad manner, are you kidding me? What are you even doing?
I also just noticed they gave the Aegis to the Disruptor. That didn't even click to me, by the way. Did that click for you?
No, it didn't.
No, I totally did not even notice. I was just, like, not even looking at the pit.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, I'm wondering now.
I mean, you can look at the actual status on the console, and I'm just gonna say there's not actually any packet loss right now. I mean, that's just what mine's showing.
Oh, InFamous. Oh, InFamous. Well, Kenji gets stunned. That's going to be
It's like Brad pausing?
747 potentially. Greedy is going to kill him off as well, as it looks like the jump forward. They can't kill off Matthew. Oh, lifts up in the Yule Scepter for the moment, but one more godlike streak now on this Huskar. They're going to fight it out to the bitter end. What is he doing?
He was going over to the FG again.
Well,
You little
Zizzy
clown.
controlled. There's going to be the Static Storm down as well. He's trying to get out of there. Any little bit of semblance of survivability they could potentially have. He's going to go on to Matthew. They actually did lose the Huskar. Slargar killed them off. What is happening right now? That's going to end up being Bang going down as well. All right, looking for the puck. They've got a lot of movement speed. They're going to have a Blink Dagger up again in 4 seconds. The Yule Scepter lifts him up. Can they break his Blink? They've got vision, and that's going to be the phase shift for the moment. He has a Blink available again, but jumps the other direction. Crush onto Greedy, and he drops already a huge amount of gold going back their way. But
That was quite literally, he was here. Like, he was outside the fountain. I'm pretty sure he was just, like, in mid-toggle, and I'm sure Jenkins just got the Blink Crush.
that was 7,000 net worth swing into their favor. A BKB on Slardar.
Now, this would be the greatest comeback of all time if they won this game. Like, can you imagine how good that would feel after you just got someone standing on your effigy? And the packet loss pause?
I mean, this is one of those moments where you need to reflect on the choices you've made in your life and start thinking if maybe you could have done a little better. Again, it's
Some fifth banning Huskar when there's a Dazzle. I mean, when Lyrical calls it during the draft, I mean, I get a little concerned myself.
fair enough. It's true. Oh God, and I mean, Lifestealer, he's going for broke right now. He needs to be able to pick up this MKB as quickly as possible to deal with that evasion. And if they start to get this up, they're going to end up being in a great position. But the Veil forward, they're going to catch on to Zizzy, and there's going to be the Batrider lasso, pulling him back and dead. A little bit too far afoot, and now, oh, BKB popped, so he's not going to end up being brought back by the Glimpse. Might be able to catch on a Pandango, though. They lift up with the Yule Scepter, trying to find more. They follow up Crush. Bang is going to be pulled back for the moment. They are also going to be able to bring down Greedy, potentially. Grave keeps him alive. Oh, looking for more, but now Big Bad Boss Man is here. He's got a Basher because that's what Huskar wants to do. Oh my god, and the jump forward, blinks away, nice play. And it looks like they're going to keep their eyes on the prize again as the Tier 3 is going to start to fall. No great way to stop this from happening. This could be Mega Creeps here at 25 minutes into the game. They end up being able to jump forward, silence onto several, blink away by Jenkins. They crush, but not going to be able to hit the damage. Kenji dropping somewhat low, but still so tanky. It's almost impossible to bring him down. They're going to lift up into the air again. 747 dropping low is going to be false promise for the moment by Pandango, but they're going to pull him back with a glimpse, trying to find the kill here on his Slaughter. Are going to be able to bring him down, and now, unfortunately, it looks like it might be just about all she wrote. A lot of damage coming out as the Shuriken is bouncing, but is it going to be enough to turn this around at all? Excel Graves himself. Kenji starting to go to town. He's going to hit away onto Zizzy. They jump forward again onto Greedy. Newsham is going to be able to fall. And now, with the pull back again by 747, the glimpse, it's going to be able to break that one as well.
Kenji, are you really going to stop?
GG ends
he
up
uses Basher first.
getting called.
That makes sense. Double Basher. All right, still everything else.
Drop down.
Buys a new halberd. Another Basher.
He dropped all his items. He doesn't care. He's over it. Get out of my game, he says. Kingdom Dota played really well, but in the end, it was InFamous that were able to take it. A huge, huge, aggressive strategy coming out from them, and they end the game with 10,000 net worth advantage with the 4 Blink Daggers for Puck.
I mean, that was just like... We have one here. Like, there was no question. This draft, this game, it had to be won by Kenji, and he just did it. You know, if you can't shut him down, that's it. I'm sure Kingdom knew that, but they couldn't get that. Those first couple fights, like I think they played it correctly early on, where they were avoiding that little trio of the Disruptor, the Huskar, and the Dazzle, and they were split pushing well. They got a relatively early blink on Jenkins, considering how he just started like in the jungle. It had to move forward like down through that lane once the Huskar actually left, and just couldn't get that like Laguna Blade synergy up there, and very well played by both of the supports. I say this game, both Matthew and Excel.
I don't know if I've ever seen a Huskar go for 790 GPM in this short of a game. I mean, it makes sense, but still, really, really impressive stuff.
Never seen such a lively and lifelike effigy myself.
That's true as well. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was an absolute pleasure casting for you guys. We still got one more series that's going to be starting up in just a little bit, so stay tuned here to Beyond Summit channel. But for now, at least, InFamous are going to move on to the finals of the Summit 5 American qualifiers as they beat out Kingdom Dota 2. I've been Lyrical Dota. MotPax has been the co-caster. We saw some shenanigans getting played in game number 2 here, but any final words before we finish this one off? Okay, he was over it.
No, I don't. Thanks for having me. Make sure you guys follow Lyrical on Twitter, because he's a swell dude.
I'll follow MotPax
So
as well.
do it.
He's a nice Canadian. It's good stuff. All right, well, have a good one, everybody, and we'll be right back in just a little bit with our next series of the evening, which is going to be FDL facing off against Enemy GG. See you guys then.